Welcome back in to Eye on Agriculture. I'm Britton Rucker. President Trump's recent comments about importing beef from Argentina to help lower prices have sent shockwaves through the cattle industry, triggering sharp drops in cattle markets and raising concerns among U.S. producers already facing record high costs and historically low herd numbers. Joining us right now, Oklahoma State University livestock economist Dr. Darrell Peel to help break down what this means for cattle producers and the beef market moving forward. To begin, Dr. Peel, when President Trump said his administration would buy beef from Argentina to help bring prices down, cattle markets dropped sharply. Can you explain what triggered that immediate market reaction?
Yeah, just the uncertainty that comes along with something unexpected like this triggers, a negative reaction in the markets. And so it's really, a lot of it just comes from the sort of surprise nature of this kind of thing, more so ultimately than the reality of the situation.
Yeah, absolutely. We also saw live and feeder cattle contracts drop the limit after Trump's comments. From an economist's point of view, how does that kind of talk affect producers trying to make marketing or even herd decisions?
Yeah, and of course the futures market is where a lot of this uncertainty and volatility starts out at. That's really the futures market's job. And so, but the uncertainty is a challenge for producers. We're in a bull market. We've had a strong bull market for about 3 years, and we continue to be in a bull market. But the uncertainty and the volatility in these markets has also increased along with prices. And so that adds challenges to producers to manage that volatility, most of which is short run in nature. It tends to come from these sort of external sources, if you will, from various headlines.
Yeah, absolutely. It comes at a time when U.S. beef cow herds are at their lowest point since the 1960s. How vulnerable does that make this industry to this kind of market volatility?
Well, we're hopefully at a low, and I say that we don't have the data to confirm for sure that the beef cow herd is at a low. It probably is or very close to it. But the process of changing producer expectations that would lead to herd rebuilding has to deal with this kind of volatility in the markets. And so it's kind of a slow process at this point, and it takes time. And these sorts of things actually add to the delays, if you will, in the industry responding to broader market signals.
Yeah, just weeks ago, producers kind of had some optimism. Ag Secretary Brooke Rollins said the administration wanted to incentivize herd expansion. Now we're hearing talks of imports to lower prices. How do producers interpret such mixed messages from Washington?
Well, I think it is a challenge for producers. Again, it's a big source of uncertainty, and that's a negative factor for producers to have to deal with. From the standpoint of the policy side, I think the administration is trying to find, sort of looking at all possible alternatives here that I guess all have the ultimate long-run goal of reducing prices from a consumer standpoint. But obviously herd rebuilding is a long process. That's going to take time. The idea of imports is a shorter run potential solution that they're looking at. So they're sort of evaluating a lot of alternatives at this point.
Now, if you would like to see our full interview, we have a full 10-minute exclusive interview streaming right now on our 12 News app, website, or anywhere you stream your content. Just go to the Eye on Agriculture section, and you can find it there.